What's going on YouTube? Jason right here. In today's video I'm going to show you how to fix this issue on older iOS versions so that you can actually install some applications that require newer iOS versions. It says in here you need to update the iPhone to iOS 17.6 to install this application. And unfortunately, as these older iOS versions age, even though you have tools like Troll Store and maybe Jailbreak tools and whatever that you enjoy right now, the application support is getting worse and worse. And yeah, you end up with stuff like this that says you need to update your iOS before it will work on your device, and there's not really much you can do about it. I have updated my tool, iDevice Toolkit, to now add a feature right here. It's the yellow one, App Compatibility Fix, which will attempt to fix this for you. Now, disclaimer right from the start, this is not going to work with every application, but this is your Hail Mary. If this doesn't work for your application, nothing will, other than, of course, updating your iOS. So it's pretty simple to use, but in order to get it, you go here on my website, idevicecentral.com. A link will be below in the pinned comment as well as in the description, and you get the iDevice Toolkit IPA. Now, iDevice Toolkit is essentially a tool mostly for customization. It allows you to customize your device with various tweaks and whatever, but the tweaks work all the way up to iOS 18.3.2. The file manager inside, which is a jailed file manager, works on iOS 18.4, iOS 26 as well, but the most important part for you today is going to be the option to essentially fix applications, and it looks like this over here. So you go into the main screen, you select the App Compatibility Fix, and in here you can select an IPA file. Now, if you don't want to use iDevice Toolkit, I'm going to show you another method after this one that just requires your computer and no extra applications. So you would go in here and select an application. In my case, I have an application called Laniakea. There's this one over here, and this one is a fake social media application, the one that I tried to open in here and it failed because this one requires iOS 17.6 and newer, just like any modern application would. It's a fake application because it means that I can demonstrate it in the video and I wouldn't get the video pulled for modifying a real application, say. I have full rights for this application. But this would be the same for any real world application. So let's try to make Laniakea to work on this device. This device is running a Troll Store compatible version, iOS 16. That's pretty old by now, very old by now. So let's fix this. We go here to App Compatibility and we go here to select IPA file, and I have the IPA for Laniakea. I'm going to select it, and here we have a target iOS version. This is the iOS version you try to give compatibility to. In this case, it's going to be iOS 16.0, so I'm going to leave it like this because that's the iOS version that I'm running on this device. However, you're going to select the one that you want. Now, you should keep in mind something about this. The older the version is compared to what the application supports, the less chances you have for it to succeed. So let's say if the application was designed for iOS 17.6 and you're going to want to support, for example, iOS 14.0, you can see that's a lot of iOS versions behind, which means that there are many more chances that the application is using frameworks or symbols or features from newer iOS that are simply not available on your iOS version. In this case, no method will ever fix that application for you, I'm afraid. But if they're close enough or kinda close, or maybe one generation behind, like from iOS 17 to 16 and so on, maybe it will work, but it depends on how it was made. I'm going to press the Patch iOS version requirement button over here. There will be a legal disclaimer. I'm going to pretend I understand in this case. You should read it. And now we're getting asked where to save the patched file. I'm going to save it whatever in here, and that's it. Now you have to sideload that file back to your device somehow. So I'm going to delete the one that doesn't work. And in this case, I do have Troll Store on this device, which makes stuff easier. But if you don't, you can copy it over to your computer and use your favorite tool like Alt Store or Sideloadly or whatever. So I'm going to have this one in my case, and I'm going to send it to Troll Store because I happen to be on a Troll Store compatible version, which is nice because I can just do this and install it. And yeah, it was installed. And now if I open it, it opens. This one worked, and as you can see, the application is indeed functional and everything seems to be working fine. Now, that's essentially how you would fix it. But as I said, this is not going to work, unfortunately, for every single application. The highest failure rate with this method I have seen in applications made in Swift UI, especially those that are very modern and especially those that you try to load on a very old iOS version, because Swift UI may not even exist depending on what iOS version you're running. And if it exists, a lot of things have changed since earlier versions that supported it. So the applications that are made in Swift UI, there's going to be a problem with those. They're usually very hard to get to work. Applications made in Objective-C or Classic Swift, you might have a bigger chance making those work. Now, how you can do this manually you can take the IPA file and you can unpack it. And this one is a pretty clear-cut method. You just change it to a zip file. This works on Windows too. And you just unpack the file. And you can see that inside is just a zip with a payload folder. Now, inside the payload folder, you're going to have the application, and you can show package contents because this one is just another folder. And you can see all the application files, including the icon and whatever. Now, the compatibility part, well, at least the check would be done in the info plist, or at least the value to be checked will be in the info plist. Just changing this value in the info plist doesn't mean it's going to work, just like the other method, because that's what iDevice Toolkit does as well. However, it gives you a good chance to try. As I said, it's a Hail Mary. You would have in here a minimum OS version, and as you can see, the value is 17.6. Changing that to 16.0, for example, will pass the check. So the application would install. It would not be prevented from installing, just like it was at the beginning of the video. So you wouldn't get that error message. You're going to have to save the file, and then now you're going to have to pack the payload folder again. So right click and compress. You're going to get a new zip file. You're going to have to rename this one into laniakea.ipa this time and use IPA. And as you can see, we got an IPA file, and now we can use sideloadly or whatever we find fit. So I'm going to go ahead. This is the iPhone 16.6, and I'm going to press start over here. In the meantime, I'm going to remove the previous one that I have installed, and let me get the device. And yeah, as you can see, it is trying to install, and it did install fine. So this time it worked to install the application, and if we open it, it does work, as you can see. So that's a method to patch this as well, and that would give you compatibility for your apps. So there are methods to do this, but as I said, these methods are extremely limited because it doesn't matter that much what that file says. It's just a check. It matters what functions and SDKs and libraries and features the application uses. Some of them may not be available in your older iOS version, especially, as I said, if the application is built in Swift UI. You may think, well, why doesn't Apple just straight up support older iOS versions? Well, they could technically do that, but they don't. In Xcode as a developer, if you open, for example, your project, you can see here, this is how it would look like. This is the application that I had just shown you. And you can see that in this case, I can go as far as iOS 15.6. Now, I might be able to manually type something there, but at some point, Xcode would just error out because it doesn't contain the necessary code, the necessary SDKs to compile applications for iOS 14 or 13 at that point. So as time goes, Apple removes these older versions and you just get stuck with, say, iOS 18, 17, and iOS 26. So it's not that developers don't want to support your device, it's that Xcode, the application in which they build the actual applications that they create, this one just supports newer iOS versions and maybe a couple of versions behind, and that would be it. Now, some developers intentionally go ahead and select, say, iOS 17 in here, and they don't want to support the available 16 and 15 because they don't want the security vulnerabilities coming from those iOS versions, because those versions are jailbreakable. In many cases, it's just Apple not letting you do it. So yes, you can try this method or these two methods that I have detailed in this video. The application that I have over here, iDevice Toolkit, is completely free and it's also open source. But if this doesn't work for you, then nothing would, short of just updating iOS, I'm afraid. Till next time, definitely check out the 8K Sec Academy security course for iOS. It's called Offensive iOS Internals, and this one teaches you how to make your own jailbreak, how to do application security, how to build security applications, how to build tweaks, and of course it teaches you about the iOS kernel, ARM64 assembly, and anything you need to know to become an iOS hacker. So definitely check it out below. A link will be in the description. Right, so thank you for watching. I am GeoSnow. Till next time, subscribe to stay updated, and peace out.